It's time for Baby and Toddler Instructions with host Blythe Lipman. Blythe is a nationally renowned infant and toddler expert who has over 30 years' experience helping moms and dads regain their sanity, teaching them how to survive, and giving them the confidence they need to be the best parents ever. From sleeping, to crying, to potty training, to choosing a preschool, and so much more. If you're a parent, Baby and Toddler Instructions is the show you've been looking for. Now here's your host, Blythe Lipman.
Well, good morning, afternoon, evening, wherever in the world you might be. Today is Wednesday, January 13th, and the show is live. Excuse me, and it is 2016. I can't believe it. How's everybody doing with your New Year's resolutions? You know what? I always say they're goals and not resolutions, then I don't feel so bad if I can't do them. Anyway, if you're listening live today, we have a wonderful show, and you can call us anytime during the show if you want to say hello, have a question, a comment. I know Maureen. Hey, Maureen, if you're out there, I know she likes to call. Number here is 877-864-4869. If not, all my podcasts are available 24/7 at toginet.com, Stitcher, iTunes, and of course on my website, mybestparentingadvice.com. And let's see, I'm going to put a little plug in today. I have 3 books: Help My Baby Came Without Instructions, More Help My Baby Came Without Instructions, and Help My Toddler Came Without Instructions. And you know, they make great shower gifts, and you can order them from my website, mybestparentingadvice.com, and of course Amazon and barnesandnoble.com. And if you go to audible.com/parents, you can get a free download of the book, and I'll get a credit, and you'll get a great book to listen to. Had to put my little plug in because I'm very proud of helping over 1,000 babies, toddlers, and their parents. I love what I do. But anyway, let's talk about today. I'm excited because my guest that will be with us in just a bit is Mandy Holmes from a great company called Mama Boxes. This is so ingenious. I can't wait to talk to Mandy. But first, I have a couple of things I do need to share. There were 2 recalls. The Ace Bayou renounces the recall of beanbag chairs. And it says the zippers on the chairs can be opened by children who then crawl inside, get trapped, and suffocate or choke on the beanbag's foam beads. Oh, my goodness. Parents, where are you? Don't let your kids unzip anything. Anyway, it's terrible. So that is the Ace Bayou beanbag chairs or any other beanbag chairs you have. You know what? Don't let your kids play with them unless you're sitting there, especially if they're little ones. I know the new crawlers like to crawl on them because they're soft and squishy, and it's kind of fun. But make sure you're sitting next to them. Also, one more, the Skip Hop Company recalled the crib mobiles. It says the strap attaching the product can break and it can fall in the crib on top of your baby. So, there was one more, sorry. Zulily recalled children's pajamas because of the flammability standard that's not up to par. I really thought they fixed this years ago, but I guess, you know what, I guess they're still using materials that can catch on fire. So if you have any of those products, you can go to mybestparentingadvice.com and you will see the recalls. They're up to date, and call the companies. I usually have an email address for them and a toll-free phone number. Do not try to fix the things yourself. That's why they recall them. So anyway, that's it for recalls. Also, I have this really interesting thing. How many of you have one of those things, a Fitbit or some sort of personal tracking device? I have to admit, I have one. It's called the Misfit, and I love to see how often I can do 10,000 steps. And I'll tell you what, running an infant room with 12 babies under the age of 1, it keeps me hopping, and I've gone way over the 10,000 steps each day. So I think it's pretty cool to track what you do. But why am I telling you this? There is this new product. It's a company called Sproutling, SPROUTLING.com, that has a monitor like this that tracks everything from your baby's heart rate to measuring the temperature in the nursery for the best sleeping conditions, and does all sorts of things. And you put this little thing on your baby's leg, and you know, I'm looking at a picture of it. It's really cute. And I went on their website yesterday to see they sell for, I believe, almost $300. And it's like a baby monitor that you can track, and you do it on your phone too. It does. I don't think it comes with a monitor. I think you do it all through your phone, and they're sold out. So I am going to see if I can get this particular company on my show, because I think this is really cool. You know, it's scary with a baby, and we all buy monitors. You know, I even have a monitor for my grandson when he comes over so I can see what he's doing. So this company, again, if you want to look for yourself, it's called Sproutling, SPROUTLING.com. I thought that was pretty neat. Wanted to share that with you. Also, it's January, and you know what that means if you have a baby or toddler. Runny nose season is starting, if it hasn't started already, whether they have a little cold or, you know, they're teething. So my book, Help, My Toddler Came Without Instructions, I have a chapter in here called, Will This Runny Nose Ever Stop? You know, along with the runny noses, they're kind of cranky. And you really don't know what to do with them. You know, they say, play with me, or they're cranky. Anyway, I wanted to share a few of my tips from my chapter, Will This Runny Nose Ever Stop? You know what? Sometimes you want your toddler just to rest on the sofa. They don't feel good. They may have a fever. Play the number game. Lie down next to them and count. How many toes do you have? How many red things do you see in the room? You know, you can count anything. How many fingernails? It's really, kids, especially if they're toddlers that are 3 or 4, they think it's funny to talk about fingernails. I don't know why, but it's so cute when you play that game. Count their fingernails, count their toenails. But you can always play the counting game. Also, if they don't have much of an appetite, but you know they need to eat something, let them sit down with you and help you make some scrambled eggs if they, you know, are old enough to eat eggs. And let them mix it. Let them pour in the milk. Okay, maybe it'll spill a little, but you can always clean it up. So when a toddler helps you, they want to at least taste it, even if they don't eat the whole thing, because giving them a little bit of food helps. Also, I can remember when my children were little, there was nothing better than cinnamon toast. If you toast a piece of bread and let them make a little mixture of cinnamon and sugar together and let them sprinkle it with a spoon, or they can even take their hand and sprinkle it on top. That's another really good thing if you want to keep your food mild when your little one is sick. Also, you know, we talk about videos and watching things. Just lying down next to them and tell a story. Kids love to hear about when they were a baby, especially the older toddlers, again, 3 and 4 years old. If you tell them when you were born, you know what, you didn't have any hair, or get out the baby books and show them. Lots of great things to entertain them. And remember, wash your hands a lot. Many times I know moms and dads do get sick as well when their kids get sick. So those are just a few tips from Help, My Toddler Came Without Instructions. And you know, you can get the book at all the places I just told you, my website, mybestparentingadvice.com, Amazon, Barnes & Noble. Makes great gifts, and I put everything in list form, so it's really easy. So I thought I would share that today. Also, one other thing to share before the break, and I introduce you to my wonderful guest. You know, I love Babbel.com. It's a great site. And Jenny Haldeman wrote a terrific little blog post that I came across. It was The Trick to Soothing Your Crying Baby Starts During Pregnancy. And she talked all about the fact how she picked this one song about birds, and she would play it every day while she was pregnant. And as she got closer to the date, she played it more. And she said once she had the baby, it was pretty interesting. As soon as that baby would get cranky, she would turn the song on and the baby would calm down right away. So I thought that was the neatest thing. And I have to tell you, I had a mom that told me a really interesting story. I'm a big advocate of playing music when your little one is going to sleep, and starting from day one, whether it's, you know, some kind of calming music, a lullaby, whatever you like. I prefer not picking music with words because it will be in your head 24/7. And anyway, a mom called me, and she said that her nanny could not get her baby to sleep. She cried and cried and cried, and she called mom at work, and mom finally said, did you put her music on? And she said, I put it on, but I put a different song on. Mom said, put the music on that we play every single day. And you know, as soon as she put that music on, the baby calmed down and went to sleep. So it's great to start with music from the day you come home, or a white noise machine, whatever it is. Because what happens is, as your baby gets older, they start to associate this music or this noise. And if you ever go away, you can take the music with you, the white noise machine, and as they get older, they know as soon as you turn that music on, it's time for a nap or it's time to go to sleep. Anyway, so that's another one of my tips. And if you're pregnant, start playing one of your favorite songs and play it all the time, and you'll see if it works, because I think it's pretty awesome that it does. So let's see. We have a little bit of time before the break. Let me tell you about my guest. And we have lots to talk to her about today. Her name is Mandy Holmes, and she was born and raised in Scottsdale, Arizona, where she lives with her husband and 17-month-old son. And when she was, let's see, I think when Mandy, let's see, I'm going to have to ask her this. Anyway, she started this company when she was 9 months pregnant, and she was on bed rest. She wondered why there were no care package deliveries. And, I would think the same thing. I was on bed rest for 8 months with my son, and boy, if we had these mama boxes, I have to tell you, it would have brightened my day. Anyway, so she came up with this terrific idea and wrote a business plan, started networking, making connections in the pregnancy-focused retail world. And by February 2015, she was delivering another bundle of joy to the world called Mama Boxes. And what an ingenious idea. Because, even if you're not on bed rest, when you're pregnant and you're cranky and you're emotional and you're whatever you are, we all have these emotions that are all over the place when we're pregnant, not to mention sometimes you're a little nauseous. Some of you, what a great thing to get something in the mail that's just for you and you're not even going to share it. So when we come back from the break, I'm going to introduce you to Mandy Holmes. We're going to talk all about mama boxes, and we're going to talk about her being a mom and what it's like to have a business and to be a mom and so many things. So if you have a question, comment, you can call us at 877-864-4869. I love callers. You know what? If you have a question for Mandy, she's also going to tell us how to get these mama boxes. And I sure wish we had those when I was pregnant. So as soon as the break is over, we will be talking to Mandy, and I can't wait because I'm going to also ask her what a favorite parenting tip is. I love to know my mom's favorite tips. We'll be right back.
We'll be right back with more Help My Baby Came Without Instructions. It's Baby and Toddler Instructions with Blythe Lipman on TogiNet. We'll be right back right after these.
Have you heard? The pages of American Patchwork and Quilting magazine come to life on our new weekly online radio show, American Patchwork and Quilting. Join Pat Sloan, our blogging and quilt designer host, as she talks about the latest trends, ideas, and inspirations. Her guests include quilt pattern designers, authors, quilt shop owners, and our editors, all quilters, just like you. Call in with your questions. Get quilting tips from industry experts. Learn about free patterns. Hear behind-the-scenes stories from our magazines, American Patchwork and Quilting, Quilt Sampler, and Quilts and More. Get the scoop on free stuff and find out more about the best independent quilt shops in North America. To listen to a live show, tune in Monday at 4 p.m. Eastern. Just log on to allpeoplequilt.com/radio. To hear past shows, go to iTunes and search for American Patchwork and Quilting Radio. We hope you'll join us because we know that quilting changes everything.
It's the Fitness Minute with fitness expert Annette Hammond.
With classes starting soon, it's time to concentrate on sending our children to school, armed with nutrition and food that works for them and not against them. Starting their day off with a healthy breakfast gives them great advantages throughout the day. Feed them fresh fruit, oatmeal, eggs, whole grain toast, cheese, nuts, and yogurt. Forgo the sugary donuts, empty cereals, and Pop-Tarts. According to the American Dietetic Association, children who eat a healthy breakfast are more likely to meet daily nutrient requirements, concentrate better, have better problem-solving skills, have better hand-eye coordination, be more alert, be more creative, miss fewer days of school, and be more physically active. For the Fitness Minute, I'm Annette Hammond. To hear other fitness and weight loss tips, visit our website at AnnetteHammond.com.
Welcome back to Baby and Toddler Instructions with Blythe Lipman on TogiNet, the hour for all moms with little ones to come for great advice, encouragement, and great ideas for all new parents. Now, back to the show with Blythe Lipman.
Well, welcome back to Baby and Toddler Instructions. I'm so happy you could tune in today. Or if you're listening to a podcast, thanks for tuning in. They're always available 24/7 on TogiNet.com, iTunes, Stitcher, and MyBestParentingAdvice.com. And I am here today with my wonderful guest, Mandy Holmes, who started a terrific company called Mama Boxes. And if you are pregnant or you know somebody that's pregnant, what a great idea. So, Mandy, welcome to the show. Thanks so much for being with me this morning. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for having me.
I was looking at your website. I love these boxes. Gosh, I wish I had known about this. They're terrific. Tell my listeners, how did this come about, besides a little bit that I said, that you were on bed rest? So was I. That's tough when you're on bed rest and scary.
It is, and luckily I only had to be on bed rest towards the very end of my pregnancy, but I got bored easily, and I thought, gosh, why isn't there a subscription box for pregnant women? There seems to be one for dogs, for foodies, all these different demographics, but there just wasn't one for pregnant women. So I wrote the business plan, and I started researching a ton of different products because we all know there are thousands of products geared toward pregnant women, and you just don't know where to even begin. So I kind of narrowed down the list to my favorite products, things that I personally use on myself and with my family. And I reached out to those companies, and 100% of people that I asked to get on board were all for it, and we launched the company in February and went nationwide at Mother's Day. So,
well, you know what? It's fabulous because especially I can remember being on bed rest for 8 months. I made pictures, these stretch pictures with canvas. I was knitting and crocheting, and you know what? Even if you're not on bed rest, we're kind of cranky, and we want something just for us. So
absolutely,
this is great.
Yeah.
This is really great. And I see that, even some of the celebrities have ordered these boxes. And, boy, that's great for word of mouth, too.
It is, yeah. We have some of the Real Housewives and some of the contestants on The Bachelor. And, it's a small community once you kind of get with the celebrities. One of them tells somebody else. Next thing you know, they're ordering for themselves or friends, and it's word of mouth. It's been great advertising, just, spreading the word because it's a product that everyone loves, everyone believes in it, and it's fun to get a little surprise delivered to your doorstep at each trimester for that mama-to-be.
Oh, you know what? It really is, and you're right. There's so many different boxes, wine boxes and candy boxes and dog and cat boxes, like you said, that, I think it's just great. And I'm calling it the box department. But, I look all the time, and it's funny because I joined a Wine of the Month club once. I only did it once, and I have to say I didn't like the wine, so I didn't do it again. But it was fun because I thought, the wine's coming today. And it's not that I drink a lot. I just like to taste different wines. And I thought, this is great. So tell me about the products, because new things come about all the time.
Yeah, they certainly are. And we're always getting new products. We're changing the products out. We're really involved with our customers. I love to hear their feedback, what they're loving, what they want to see more of. And that's kind of where we go with what's in the boxes based on our customer feedback. So the first trimester box is kind of geared towards that newly pregnant, changing skin, the nausea, the sleep, exhaustion. It's all products geared toward that. So we have some great prenatal vitamins. We have healthy snacks in all the boxes. There's various skin care. There's even a pregnancy-safe lip plumper for women who, you can't have Botox or Restylane or any of these things while you're pregnant. So we we went out and found a pregnancy-safe way to plump your lips. So, I mean, there's really a little bit of everything and totally new products that you may have never heard of. And then we moved to the second trimester box, which kind of is the honeymoon phase. You're feeling a little better. You're out doing stuff. So it's more of the pampering box, cosmetics, pregnancy-safe nail polish, more skincare, just everything for that kind of feel-good phase of pregnancy. And then the third trimester box is more of the nesting box. You know, you're getting ready for baby to arrive, lots of sample-sized products to take to the hospital with you, products for baby, household cleaners that are pregnancy-safe, even personalized mommy stationery to write thank yous on. So it's just a little bit of everything for that nesting phase.
This is so fun. I'm looking at the second trimester box right now. And you know what's really neat? There's so many different colors. It's just fun. You open the box and look at all the things. There's kale chips and there's something pink, something. I can't see what this is. And Dream Belly butter. What's pink?
There's a whole bunch of different products. We try and do up to 15 products. Some are sample size, some are full size in each box.
And you know, I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, wow, you can still use all this when you're not pregnant anymore.
Yeah, it can be used throughout an entire pregnancy and beyond. And, you know, we have a lot of people that they hear about the boxes, but they're already in their third trimester, and they call and they say, would we still benefit from the first and second box too, because we want all the goodies? And, you know, we say absolutely. You know, there's tea, there's all sorts of good stuff that can be used throughout and beyond. So even if you're at the end of your pregnancy, yes, you could absolutely benefit from all the goodies included at the beginning also.
Is this cereal, hemp hearts, or is this a cereal?
It's actually it's made out of hemp, and you can put it on your cereal. So you can mix it directly with milk, but it's really high in fiber, and it really is great for calming your tummy. So we put that toward the beginning in that first or second trimester box where you may have a little more nausea. And people can sprinkle it on their yogurt, you know, whatever you want to put it on. It's good for kind of calming everything down.
So what are your favorites?
Gosh, one of my favorite brands to work with is a brand called Everyday Happy. It's very natural. They have a whole range of products from baby wipes to multivitamins and everything in between for mommy and baby. We include a few of their products in each trimester box, and it's a relatively new company. It's a small business, and, you know, we aren't picky. We work with tiny, small, local mom-and-pop shops all the way up to huge companies like Pampers and Johnson & Johnson. The only criteria is it has to be something that I would personally use on myself or my baby. So based on that and feedback, you know, we're real picky about the product, but it's a big range of small businesses to major companies and well-known products.
And, you know, excuse me, also, this would make a great shower gift.
Yeah, a lot of people do order it for baby showers. They'll order just the second and third trimester box, or they'll order all three, and they'll have us ship all three boxes to them to give kind of as a package deal. Another way you can do it is order the bundle of all three trimesters as a gift, and then you just supply the recipient's due date to us, and we ship them when she's at the beginning, mid each trimester. So all you need to give us is her due date, and we take care of the rest. She just gets a package at her doorstep every trimester.
That's pretty cool. So when are you going to do the after the baby's born?
Oh, my gosh. Somebody told me that we should just ship a case of wine. The fourth trimester, just send wine.
Wouldn't that be fun? Wine and chocolate. So because you can't do the caffeine's not so hot with a lot of moms. What else? They can't do, you know, depending on your pregnancy, every pregnancy is different. There's a lot of things they can't do. It's funny because when my daughter had her baby, she had a very difficult pregnancy. She was nauseous for 9 months. She was on IV and everything else. And the minute she had the baby, she couldn't wait to, like, eat something. So wouldn't it be fun to be able to say, oh, I can go into that box now? Okay,
Yes,
see, I'm giving you
yeah.
a different business. We don't have to be talking about this business, but I'm so excited about these boxes. I think you should keep going.
I know. I've heard that from quite a few people. So right now we're just focusing on the 9 months while you are pregnant, but that might be in the distant future for sure, that fourth trimester box.
Yeah, no kidding. And then how about after that, I might be having a second child box. So I'm not sure. That's where the wine goes in. Absolutely, the wine.
Yeah, then the wine is definitely needed in that box.
That would be really funny. We're going to break for commercial in just a couple minutes, but, I see you have a 17-month-old son, a toddler.
Yes.
And how is the toddler? We're not quite 2 yet.
Yeah, it's a fun phase. He's just very into everything. He's such a boy's boy. He wants to be outside playing in dirt and pulling up grass and playing with leaves and rocks. I mean, he is just a boy to the extreme. So it's really fun. It's adventurous. And like you were saying, my Fitbit is getting at least 10,000 steps every day just chasing him around. So it's a fun age.
I'm sure. What, so he doesn't sit still?
No, he's a busy guy, and he doesn't nap, which is real tough on mommy.
You know what? Here's a quick tip that I used to do with my kids. They didn't like to nap as they were a little older than 17 months. I used to tell them we had to have quiet time, and they had to go in their rooms, and we had special books for quiet time, and they had to stay in their rooms. I made it maybe 20, 25 minutes, not too long, because it's tough. If you can't do it for an hour. Anyway, and we all had our quiet time, so I don't know if that's a tip that might work for you.
That's a good idea, yeah.
I used to do that with my kids, and it worked really well, and Mom really needed the quiet time too. But, I find you can't make things too long when they're little. 5 minutes is like 10 hours to a little one. So you have to be careful with your timing when you do things. So when we come back from the commercial break, I am going to ask you things about being a mom and how do you have a business, and your mom with a business and, how do you do it all? Because it's tough. It's tough when you don't have little ones. So stay tuned. The music is just about to come on. We will be right back with Mandy Holmes from mamaboxes.com. Take a look at her website.
We'll be right back with more help. For help, my baby came without instructions. It's Baby and Toddler Instructions with Blythe Lipman on TogiNet. We'll be right back right after these.
Baby love, my baby love, I need you, oh, I need you.
In today's business world, a helping hand or idea that doesn't come with an invoice is a treasured find. And if that happens to you, then you need to pay it forward to keep other entrepreneurs from making mistakes or getting a raw deal. It's called Paying It Forward with Josephine Girassi, Wednesday mornings at 10, 9 a.m. Central. Josephine is going to have the guests describe their accomplishments, the lessons they've learned, both good and bad, and then sharing those pieces of knowledge as we create a movement of paying it forward. For more information about Josephine, her business, and background, you can go to mymomknowsbest.com. Josephine Girassi has always been a problem solver. She saw this need and has turned it into a movement. It's Paying It Forward with tips, tools, and advice and hard lessons learned. These pieces of knowledge can make a huge difference for you, your business, and others. So join us for Paying It Forward with Josephine Girassi, Wednesday mornings at 10 a.m., 9 a.m. Central on TogiNet.com.
It's words you never heard.
The traditional American breakfast, including fried egg, bacon, toast, and potatoes, must seem really heavy to the rest of the world. When my husband and I were in the Amazon, our breakfast consisted of crocodile, deep-fried piranha, and bananas. I can assure you, I ate pretty lightly. For breakfast in Russia, some people enjoy a spoonful of jam in their tea. Now that sounds yummy. What's a word for a person who loves jam? A paziwala. What's another word for weak tea? Whack-rowdy-dow. Salamagundi was originally an English dish of chopped meat, anchovies, and eggs, garnished with onions, lemon juice, oil, and condiments. Mornings at our house are too hectic to go to all that trouble for breakfast. I'm scrambling just to get some eggs on the table.
It's words you never heard.
I'm Carolyn Davidson, and you can have fun challenging your words you never heard vocabulary with my new app, Too Funny for Word.
Welcome back to Baby and Toddler Instructions with Blythe Lipman on TogiNet, the hour for all moms with little ones to come for great advice, encouragement, and great ideas for all new parents. Now, back to the show with Blythe Lipman.
Well, welcome back to Baby and Toddler Instructions. I'm here with my wonderful guest, Mandy Holmes. She has a company called Mama Boxes, which is just terrific. You know what? You're pregnant, you're kind of nauseous, you're kind of crabby sometimes, and then you hit the second trimester and you feel a little better. And you can get these great boxes every trimester. And they're just for you. You don't even have to share them. Right, Mandy?
Yes, they are totally geared toward the mama-to-be, a little pampering to help get you through these couple months.
Well, what's it like? You have a 17-month-old son that you said is all boy. What's it like to have a business and run a business and have a child? That's tough to balance sometimes. How do you do it?
It is. It's a lot of juggling. It's a lot of time management and organization. You know, he's a busy guy. He has gymnastics, he has swimming, he has all his extracurricular activities, which in turn are my social life now. And, you know, I try and work on the business when he's asleep or when he's at his activities or when he goes to grandma's house or when him and daddy go on the daddy-son play date. And luckily, having my own business allows me that flexibility. When he was little, he used to help stuff all the goodies into the boxes, and he was very helpful with that. And now it's more exciting to put everything in the box and then take it all out and make a complete disaster of the space in the workroom. So he's not as helpful as of an assistant as he used to be when he would sleep 12 hours a day at 6 months old. So.
You know what, I'm sitting here with a big smile on my face because it's also relative when you said when he was little. He's only 17 months old. It's funny. They do love to put...
when he was a child.
They do love to put things in and out. So does he have a special mama box or just he's allowed to play with whatever's in there?
Yep, and it has crayons and all sorts of stuff and stickers. And so, you know, when I need 2 minutes of him really not messing with everything, I give him his special box, and he just goes to town with his crayons and all of that good stuff. So we call it the baby box. He has the baby box. Well,
you're a great mom to do that because I always tell my moms that they should rotate. You know, you should rotate the toys every month or so. Put some away and then take them out because if you bring something back a month later and they haven't seen it, it's like new. Like something brand new. And, you know, what a great idea. My producer was saying maybe you ought to have a sibling box, new baby boxes for siblings.
Oh, that's
another
idea.
We're giving you lots of ideas. You know, maybe you'll...
I know. This is great.
That would be really, actually that would be good. Because, you know, when you have a baby and you always have, if it's a second baby, big brother or big sister always brings a present home for the baby and the baby always gives them a present. That's a great idea. Okay,
that's
Lisa, you
really
need a cut.
Idea.
So did you think, being a mom, did you think it was going to be the way it is? You know, we all have these preconceived ideas what it's going to be like to be a mom. And then you have the baby and you're sleep deprived and you never change your clothes and it's hard to get a shower in unless somebody's home. What do you think?
Yeah, I think, you know, your priorities change. It's a great day if I brush my teeth before 10 a.m., you know, and that's really exciting in our house. So, you know, little things that I took for granted before are super appreciated, and but I wouldn't have it any other way. It's the best kind of chaos, for sure.
Oh, it definitely is. You know, you can't, I mean, I'm a new grandma. I know everybody's tired of hearing me say it, but I'm never going to stop saying it. And I asked my friends that were grandmas before what it was like, and they said, you know what, we can't tell you. It's like the greatest thing ever, but we can't describe it. And it's different. It's so different. I mean, I'm so in love with this little Alex. He's just the happiest baby ever. And, especially with what I do, and I've been in the baby toddler field for over 40 years, I thought, how could it be different? I love all my babies, but I can't tell you how it is. It's just, it's so amazing to see your own child have a baby. So for those grandmas out there, yay, we're all enjoying it. So, what's your son's name? John?
It's John Zachary, and we call him JZ.
Oh, what a great name. Anyway, does he have a favorite thing that he likes to play with out of your boxes?
He really likes the filling, like the stuffing we use. It's kind of crinkle paper in all different colors. I mean, he just takes that and he puts it in his bathtub, in his sock drawer. He fills his socks with the crinkle paper. I mean, the crinkle paper is everywhere. So, I mean, he could, kind of take it or leave the items in the box, but give him the actual filler material, and he is a happy camper.
Isn't that funny? Because I tell parents that, it's the baby's first Christmas, and if they have a baby that's at the age that sits up, they don't care what they're getting for a toy. They want the box.
Right. Yep. Same idea.
Want the box, and they want to play with what things come in. Even, it's funny, as they get older, even if you happen to get something, that a package is delivered and the kids get so excited, they're still so excited with the paper that comes in there.
Yep. We went through Christmas morning this year with all the toys, all the opening of the presents, and he only wanted to play with a cup and a spoon for the rest of the day.
That's pretty funny. He'll play with the toys. You know what? It's funny how as they grow and you have these toys and you think they're never going to touch them, and all of a sudden they're playing with these toys. You go, wait, we've had these in here for 6 months. How come all of a sudden?
Yeah, we just went through that. We were cleaning out his baby toys, things that he hasn't played with for months now, and I got a box of them together to donate, and what do you know? He wants to play with all of those this week.
Well, you can't toss anything. Once you have a child, you can't toss anything. Egg crates, even a water bottle. I just made a couple water bottle toys for my infant room. And I just took a water bottle and I put some rice in it and I put the cover on and I made sure I put tape on it. If you're going to make a water bottle, an arts and craft water bottle for the kids to shake, make sure you tape the top because they're really smart. As they get older, they try to take the tape off and it's not safe. You don't want them, eating dry rice, obviously. And then you can do the next step. You can take rice or you can even take any kind of small pasta, macaroni, or any of the shapes. They make shapes for different holidays. And if you put them in a small Ziploc bag and put a couple drops of food coloring in and then close it and shake it up, and then put them on paper plates to dry, you can have colored things that are so much fun. Also, I'm just giving a couple tips here also because you have a little one. With the macaroni, kids love to make necklaces, bracelets, and even boys, let them make that and make them for you, or they can make even something for their ankle. If you take the macaroni and you color it like I just said, and then take a piece of yarn and put a knot on the end of the yarn and let them string it, that's something great for hours. They love making all that stuff. You can make decorations for the house. And anyway, just a couple ideas with the macaroni. Because since we were talking about toys, you just reminded me of that. And my little babies in my classroom, even the 5-month-olds, love shaking these bottles. So as they get older, they like shaking the bottles as well. Have you ever made them?
We did one and we put white sugar and buttons in a bottle, and it's kind of neat because as you rotate the bottle, the buttons kind of disappear under the sugar and then they pop out again. So
that's fun. That's really fun. And when do you have time to make homemade toys?
In between, when I need a mental break from the business, we always resort to baby arts and crafts with whatever we have around the house.
And it's fun. You don't have to go out and buy all these fancy supplies, right?
Right. And there's these great cards. I can't remember who makes them, but I know you can buy them at mytal.com, and they are age appropriate. They look like a deck of playing cards, and it's 52 ideas for each age, and it's stuff that you can do or make with items you already have around your house. So when we get bored or we need a new exciting craft or item to play with, we just go and draw a card. Yesterday we drew a card, and it was making soup with things in the backyard. So we got a giant soup pot and a big wooden spoon, and we went out in the backyard and gathered leaves and rocks and all sorts of things that we could find, and we stirred it around in the soup pot, and it entertained Jay-Z for a good 45 minutes. It was great.
What a great idea. And, you know, as they get older, you can do that. You can't do that with the little ones, but there's so many different games and things that you can play with, you know, with babies your age, your son's age. And as they get older, just going outside, because I'll have parents tell me so many times, I don't know what to do with my toddler. And I'll just say, you know, go outside and do what you're saying. You can make soup, or how many green things do you see? Or, you know, let's count something. Let's count the stones. So many things exactly. that you can do. And
another one we did was rice syrup, brown rice syrup, and we spread that out and put a couple drops of safe food coloring, and he just spread it around and watched the colors kind of melt in with each other. And then if his hands went in his mouth, it wasn't a big deal. It was very, very sensory, and he loved that. It was messy, but it was so fun for everyone.
You know, you're a great mom, because it's fun to go get things in the kitchen. I always loved to do, when I had little babies, I always loved to paint with pudding. I used to put them in their high chairs, and I'd put pudding on the tray, and then we'd give the kids Matchbox cars, and they would just, you know, get their hands in it. Yes, it's a mess, but we have water and baths for a reason, and they could put it in their mouth. You know, they could get it all over and put it in their mouths, and it was so much fun. So if any of you out there that are listening today have any great parenting ideas, you can call us and talk about that as well. The number here is 877-864-4869. And when we come back, we are going to continue to talk to Mandy Holmes. She has this terrific business called Mama Boxes. And my producer and I are giving her all kinds of other great ideas. So she'll probably be on the show again next year with all these new boxes, right? Nothing like putting you on the spot. So. Anyway, the music is going to come, and we will be back after the commercial break. And, Mandy, I'm so happy you're with us today. I love my guest, and this is so great. Take a look at mamaboxes.com. We'll be right back.
We'll be right back with more Help My Baby Came Without Instructions. It's Baby and Toddler Instructions with Blythe Lipman on TogiNet. We'll be right back right after these. If you're ready for a big change in your work, your career, your happiness, your life, it's time for the $1 Million Mindset with Marla Tabaka. Monday afternoons at 2, 1 Central on TogiNet.com. Marla believes that with the right mindset, anything is possible. Join us as successful life coach Marla Tabaka inspires you and her clients to explore, discover, and live your dreams by developing what she calls the $1 Million Mindset. Marla will inspire you to take action on your dreams and reveal secrets to success that will help you realize your own unique power. Tune into the $1 Million Mindset for heartwarming stories with Marla Tabaka. Learn tips and tricks to building a successful business and unlock the secrets to creating a happier, more balanced life through abundant thinking and attraction power. For more information on the $1 Million Mindset, go to our website, marlatabaka.com. That's MarlaTabaka.com. It's the $1 Million Mindset with Marla Tabaka. Monday afternoons at 2, 1 p.m. Central on TogiNet.com.
It's words you never heard.
Are you particular about your morning coffee? Well, you're not alone. Beethoven was quite a bean counter, as he always demanded exactly 60 coffee beans used in each cup. Guess he really didn't like slumgullion. That means weak coffee. Some people can't seem to get enough coffee. The French writer Voltaire purportedly drank 70 cups of coffee a day. That amount of caffeine would make anyone wadgety and brickety. Coffee beans actually aren't beans at all. They're fruit pits, which makes coffee the most consumed fruit in the United States. Ever heard of cowboy coffee? Apparently, it was made by putting ground coffee into a clean sock, immersing it in cold water, and heating it over a campfire. Then they would drink it out of tin cups. So what's the word for a small tin cup? A pannikin.
It's words you never heard.
I'm Carolyn Davidson, and Words You Never Heard has been brought to you by the Bariatric Surgery Center of Dallas.
Welcome back to Baby and Toddler Instructions with Blythe Lipman on TogiNet, the hour for all moms with little ones to come for great advice, encouragement, and great ideas for all new parents. Now, back to the show with Blythe Lipman.
Well, I can't believe we are up to the last part of Baby and Toddler Instructions, the second show of 2016. Yay! I can't believe we're in another year. My gosh, things go fast. And I'm talking to Mandy Holmes from mamaboxes.com. And it's a great company. Mandy, tell my listeners where they can get your boxes. How do they do it?
Well, you can order online. Everything's done through our website. It's www.mamaboxes.com. We also have an Etsy shop for those folks that prefer to shop through Etsy. And you just order online, give us the recipient's name, address, and due date, and you can order each box individually. They're $22.99 per box, or you can order the whole entire bundle, which is all 3 trimesters, and that's $59.99. And you just order them through our website. Just fill out a simple form, and we handle the rest.
So easy, and what a great thing. So let me ask you a question. When, you said in the first trimester we know sometimes you're not feeling great, you're kind of nauseous, and we know you're really tired. Do you have food items in all your boxes, and what's the difference between the first trimester and the other 2?
Yeah, we have healthy snacks in all 3 boxes. Right now we're doing some great chips that are made with beans and rice because we know fiber is very, very important, and protein for pregnant women. So we have these great chips from Bean Fields and Benito's. We do some wonderful quinoa, dark chocolate sea salt clusters. We do some oatmeal specifically to help enhance breast milk production. So we put that in that 3rd trimester box for our breastfeeding moms. We do some granola bars throughout just to keep everyone's energy up. But we're very, very proactive about always putting in new food products as they come out, as long as they're pregnancy safe and very nutritious for pregnant women.
Wow, quinoa with chocolate and sea salt. Do I have to be pregnant to get those? This sounds really good.
Oh, they're so good. They're these little crisps. And, oh, yeah, people are writing to us all the time requesting, where can I get more of those? Who's the company that makes them? And, yeah, it's a great product.
Wow, they sound really good. Well, that's fun because it's a surprise. Like I was saying, when you take the toys and you switch them out, it's another surprise. We all love surprises. We all love surprises and contests and all kinds of fun things. Life should be fun. And
yeah.
You know what? We all need to laugh at least once a day. But I'm not going to tell you a joke. So I want to go on and ask you a question. What's your favorite parenting tip?
My favorite parenting tip would probably just be to embrace every moment because, the moments go by so fast. So even that 3:30 a.m. screaming, hungry child, moment that may not seem like the most fun at the time, embrace that because those moments are far and few as they get older. And, I look back and I think that's when my little guy was the most cuddly, and I really felt like he needed me in those middle of the night feedings. And those, as tired as you are and as crazy and cranky as you may feel the morning after, you just have to embrace every moment, take it as a learning experience, make it a memory, and just be able to look back on it with no regrets that you embraced all those moments.
And they are all learning experiences, and I just love it. And I can say this, but it's all relative. It goes really quickly. I mean, I can remember saying it seemed like forever. My daughter didn't sleep the first 9 years. My daughter was a terrible sleeper. Anyway, she's a better sleeper now. She's an adult and she sleeps, but I can remember saying that, thinking, is this ever going to stop? Am I ever going to be able to sleep all night? But I have to tell you, looking back, it really does go quickly. And what a terrific tip, because you should embrace all of it. And, you know, just to look at your child, it puts a big grin on parents' faces because it's amazing.
Yep, and you just have to remind yourself that it's just a phase. It may be a 9-year phase, but it's just a phase.
It's a phase, and then you know what the thing that gets parents the most? You have just figured out how to deal with the phase, and time for a new phase. All of a sudden,
exactly.
They do something different. It's like, wait a minute, I just figured out how to get them to go to sleep a half hour earlier. And it's not happening. Yep. So if you embrace it and write it down, especially if you have time and you have a baby book, write it down. Write down what they say. I found something last week. I was going through some old pictures, and I found a piece of paper that I had written when my daughter was about, I think she was close to 2, all the words. It was 18 words that she said, and I wrote down all the words. And I would have never remembered that. I wouldn't remember that so many years later. So what is your son's favorite activity since he's in swimming and gymnastics and all kinds of things? Does he have one that he likes the best?
Anything that involves music. He really likes that. He likes the dancing and the singing and the musical instruments. So if he's at gymnastics class and they're blasting some really loud music, that's his favorite part. So music, and then anything with bubbles. Bubbles are a toddler's best friend.
Bubbles are great. And you know what? You can buy bubbles all year, any place. I know that sometimes when my kids are in preschool and they don't know what to do or a baby's having a cranky time, I'll start blowing bubbles. But we all like bubbles. Don't you like them? We have fun.
They're so fun. And they even make bubble machines now that you just turn them on, and the bubbles, you don't even have to blow the bubbles. They just come out from this machine, and my little guy just sits there and pops them, and it's great. You know what?
I love just the regular ones with the wand, even though they sometimes drip all over the place, because it teaches you on how to blow. And to watch them try to blow the bubbles, they usually blow it so hard nothing happens. And then you keep showing them. It's almost like showing a toddler flowers and trying to show them how to smell the flowers. Toddlers, until they get the smelling business and the blowing business, it's really cute. And it's a fun activity. They like to do that. The two of us are in Arizona, and while our weather's been a little chilly, we are not bathing suit weather. We're not Florida, but we don't have the snow either. You can go outside and you can do a lot of these activities. Does your son like to play with water? I always like giving my kids water and just a paintbrush, and they could paint the house with water and paint, of course, when it's warm.
Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah, we do. We have a water table, which, I'm sure you're familiar with.
Oh, I love that.
Scoops and cups. And that's a hit in the summer months when we're trying to stay cool in Arizona.
Or you know what else the toddlers love? They love to help you clean. Give a toddler like a clean rag or a paper towel and tell them to help you. They will go for so long. You'll be amazed how long they'll clean the floor and they'll clean the cabinets and whatever is around. They have so much fun cleaning. And like we were talking. Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, he does. He's a good cleaner, and he's really interested in helping clean out the cat litter box. But I think he thinks it's a sandbox, so we need to get clarification on that one.
Yes, a few learning times. And, it's really interesting because the toddlers love to help. I mean, it's just as you watch them grow, and as Mandy said, you have to really embrace every moment. As you watch all the changes with your little one, it's interesting to see. And the best part, I always love that my toddlers love to help. And all toddlers, well, I can't say all, but most toddlers love to help you do anything, whether it's mixing the eggs in the morning to taking a rag and helping you or helping you carry something. In the grocery store, I can remember asking my little one to hold something for me because sometimes they're cranky. You'll say, can you hold this can of peas? Or we would take coupons and I would try to get them to match the coupon to a food. So there's so many things, like we were saying before, that you don't need to go out and buy anything except if you're pregnant, you need mama boxes And if you know somebody that is pregnant and you want to get them a great gift, go to mamaboxes.com. It's a great site. My guest today is Mandy Holmes, and she started this wonderful company. And, take a look on the website. Great gift, great thing to get while you're pregnant. And, Mandy, we're coming to the end of the show, so I'm going to have to say goodbye. So I am so happy you were on the show today. You're a great guest. You'll have to come back on when you do your next boxes.
Yes, well, thank you for having me.
Well, thanks so much for being on the show. You have a great day. It's a beautiful day here today. Finally, we had so much rain. All right,
yes,
take care.
Gorgeous. The sun is shining.
You take care.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye. Well, those mama boxes are so ingenious. I mean, I wish I knew about them when I was pregnant, but now everybody else does know about them, so that's very cool. I have lots of great guests lined up for 2016. So if you can't listen live on Wednesdays, 11 o'clock Eastern on TogiNet.com, pull up the podcast. I have to tell you, if you have Twitter and you want to see my short videos, baby and toddler tips, sign up for Periscope. I do 3 to 4 videos a week with lots of great tips to help parents, grandparents, expectant parents. However, if you do sign up for Periscope, the videos only stay on there, I believe, 2 days. And they're short and sweet, and you can actually send me a little message while I'm doing the video if you have a question. I'm having so much fun with it. Also, don't forget to like my pages on Facebook. I have My Best Parenting Advice and Baby Instructions. And, of course, I'm on LinkedIn and Google Plus and Pinterest and my website, mybestparentingadvice.com. I'm getting ready to make a few changes on there. I have some wonderful guest experts, and we have all kinds of blog posts. So take a look at mybestparentingadvice.com. And don't forget to listen to all the other wonderful shows on TogiNet. We have some great hosts. I love doing my show each week and sharing my tips and my guests. So I'd like to leave you today with a little pregnancy humor. When your wife or partner is pregnant, don't ever eat the last of anything. And don't try and tell me hungry isn't an emotion. I'm pregnant and can feel it all the way down to my feet, wherever they are. And finally, I hate this, that awkward moment when people can't tell if you're pregnant or just fat. Yikes! Don't ever ask anybody if they're pregnant or if they've just had a baby. You never know. Say hello, smile a lot. It's really fun. But I had people do that after I had my children, and I thought, okay, don't say anything. Yes, you haven't lost your pregnancy weight, but it's okay. Don't ever ask. Just smile and say hello. So I am so excited you could tune in. Have a great rest of your week, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.